Hey everyone, Aaron here, and this is my 55th review on this channel, and that's actually of Golden Time. Now, Golden Time, when you read the description of it, if you go to Wikipedia or if you were to go on some anime website, it would tell you that this is a romance story, the genre of it at least. And I almost feel that that's insulting to Golden Time. I mean, Golden Time is on my top 50 for a reason. Golden Time is not your typical romance story. I mean, it does have a lot of romance, and it is kind of cliched at certain points, but the concept is very different. So our main character, Bonri, is a law college student. He's going to college for law, but he has a kind of big issue in that he has amnesia, and it's not amnesia in the sense that he can't remember his own name, but it's his past, essentially his past character, his past life have been almost virtually erased. His personality, the way he acts, his mannerisms have all been destroyed. And what's left is this person trying to figure out, how am I supposed to react? What am I supposed to kind of do with myself? And what's cool about Bonnery is that he created for himself, I think, to keep himself sane, because his accident that caused his amnesia was towards the last point of high school. What he did was he created this kind of overly friendly, very nice guy personality, but he questions himself a lot. And he especially questions himself a lot with Coco, a girl that actually is in love with someone he met in college. She doesn't love the main character initially. She loves his friend. But slowly but surely, these two end up falling in love with each other over the course of just kind of wacky events that occur. And some of the events are a little far fetched. I mean, like there's a particular scene that is the reason for them kind of getting to know each other. And it's just so outrageous that you would never see this except in anything but movies. And that's what I kind of think is pretty cool. I mean, I would say that, anime romance is never usually too much like Western rom-coms, which they're called, romance comedies. In that a lot of times, those don't have anything to do with anime. I mean, you'll see romance comedies a lot, don't get me wrong, but they're usually kind of this whole typical different affair than usual Western stuff. And I think Golden Time kind of delves between both of them. It takes stuff from Western rom-coms and stuff from Japanese rom-coms and melds them together into this kind of concept that you just don't see too often, which I loved. I thought this was a great romance story because it's so unique and so different. Now, my biggest problem with Golden Time, I'm not going to get into the meat and potatoes of it, but my biggest problem with this show had to be that at one point it does slow down to the point that it was a little hard to watch. And I know that's weird for again, this is my top 50. I know that was kind of weird for me to put it there, but I think because it was so unique at the time and because I loved watching it, I enjoyed even the slow episodes. I enjoyed watching them. It's just an awesome romance story. It's something that you don't see typically every day. And I have to watch again. I'm doing this review in terms of how I'm talking about this, but I have to watch what I'm talking about because there's a lot of spoilers to this show. I mean, Bonri, is his character, is dealing with what I consider a kind of ghost Bonri, which actually is his inner self from the past who could see him and see that he's missing in his equation because he's it's his original personality but almost separate. And that story will actually delve into it later on, is how these two reunite. How is this original self going to reunite with this present self, and what's that going to actually do to Bonri? And the romance elements as time goes by will be kind of strained in terms of what happens when Bonri starts remembering his past, what happens when he might remember his original love, why he actually had an original love and who it was with. And again, this is very far fetched. I mean, this is a rom com in every sense, in that it just has a lot of cliche elements to it, But again, here's the odd thing: as cliche as this might be, because it's something that I don't see too often in anime, it's actually not too cliche for anime. I mean, you have romance anime that are crazy and wonky and just bewildering that anything like that would ever happen, but you don't usually see any Western influences in terms of what happens, like, the random occurrences or the random meetings or the random fall in love with this character, etc., etc. You don't see that. And you see that in Golden Time, which I think makes Golden Time almost his kind of own unique greatness. The animation is very nice. I love the animation for Golden Time. I love the character designs. I actually am. I think Coco is an awesome character. I love the way they did her hair. It's like always doing weird flowing designs, and it looks just really cool. It kind of looks like a regal design that shouldn't be in a romance anime, but it just fits there so well for some reason. The main character is a little bit less. I think his design kind of is normal. You know, it's a very generic type design, but overall, animation is awesome. The soundtrack is awesome. I think the actual opening is pretty good. The voice acting is Japanese only so far. I don't think even the English releases have any English dub to them. I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm sorry, but I don't actually know off the top of my head. But I think the Japanese voice acting works perfectly for the show. A lot of the references and a lot of the kind of jokes and stuff work because it's Japanese and work because it's going off that culture. But overall, if I review this A through F, I give it a solid B. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna give it a B plus, and that's something you won't see me do too often. But I think Golden Time, again, it's cliched in many retrospects. If you watch a lot of Western rom-coms, you're going to see a lot of kind of just, oh my god, I've seen this before. But if you don't, and equally, if you don't actually see rom-coms at all, or if you've never seen it in an anime, it's because it's never usually in anime in the sense that you don't see Western rom-com elements in Japanese anime, especially Japanese romance comedies. And that, I can't stress enough, is something prevalent in this series. It's something that it just bewilders me, and it also makes it such a great show because of that. And I personally love the ending of the show. I think it fits so well, and it's such a nice close to everything. It doesn't leave anything to desire. So guys, I hope you like this. That's it for this review. Please like, comment, subscribe, the whole 9. And as always, guys, until our paths cross again in the next review, have a good one, everyone. Bye.